Hello everyone, I am Gimmick Quattro and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're actually going to be taking a look at a deck profile. I've wanted to create a deck profile video on Master Duel for a little bit now, and it's taken me some time to properly do so. And this is actually not the original deck profile I wanted to show you, but I think this is a very fun deck profile that would be very, that I found to be interesting and stuff like that, and wouldn't be that bad to kind of show off. It's something that's extremely casual, but still a lot of fun. And I think you guys would really enjoy maybe trying to play it and trying to tweak it to make it even better. So this right here is my Dark World Lair of Darkness deck. It consists of 2 Lady of Lament, 3 Snow, 3 Aram, 2 Ecclesia, 1 Lucent, 3 Grapha, 3 Darkness, Darkest, 1 Fleur-de-Lis, 1 Terraforming, 3 Lightning, 3 Dealing, 1 Allure, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 The Gates of Dark World, 2 The Lair of Darkness, 1 Crush Card Virus, 1 Deck Devastation Virus, 1 The Force of Darkness, 2 Full Force Virus, 2 Grinning Virus, and 3 Dogmatic of Punishment, with the extra deck consisting of 2 Titaniclad, 3 Wind Pegasus Adagnister, and 1 Topological Zeraboros. I can actually make the Topological Zeraboros. The other 5 are in here, or the other 2, I guess. 5 card, whatever. The other cards are in the extra deck just for punishment, as you guys figure. The deck is very simple. This isn't like super competitively built, but it definitely does have some good cards in it. Enough. There's definitely still some stuff that you can cut down in the deck if you want to add more cards. I would suggest just taking out the Lucent. If you want to add in something like... Hi guys, sorry for interrupting the video, but I wanted to discuss something that took place while editing. I realized that in the middle of editing, there was a scene switchover issue in my OBS, and thus I lost a small section of recording. So I just wanted to talk about what was discussed in that recording. It wasn't much. I was discussing certain cards you could take out of the deck to add in other cards to make it like more competitive, or like my suggestions would be. And so what I basically was saying, like, you can take out the Lucent and you could add in like Ash Blossom or Nibiru or whatever you want to add in, any type of hand trap. I think I would take him out the most. Other than that, maybe take out a copy of Dark World Dealings. You could add in like an Allure or Extravagance or Prosperity or whatever you're going to add in there for more draw power. That's all I was saying. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. On board, and I don't know why my thing just switched over to a different setup, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. I do apologize for that, guys. But the Lucent really is just a quick special summon off of like a discard effect just to get a 2400 body on board. Yeah, I mean, you could argue reasons for taking it out and just running the Grapha and the Snow. The Snow in this situation is like really best case scenario where you want to dump the Grapha off of a discard effect, have Snow in hand, summon Snow, bounce it so you can special summon Graphic from graveyard. That's ideal. Other than that, I mean, it's a very pretty simple deck to understand. It's not super combo heavy. It's like a semi-aggro deck is what I would call it. Its main goal is to set up a little bit of interruptions and get some big beaters on field, and that's really it. So I want to go through just one duel with you guys, and hopefully throughout that one duel I can really showcase some of the stronger points that the deck has, like being able to set up some pretty beefy bodies on board. I do suggest, though, that you go second with this deck. It's not really a going first deck. You can set up a couple of interruptions if you have a good enough starting hand, like Dogmatic of Punishment, and if you get like a hand trap in hand, like if you decide to switch out and play like Ash, you can do that. But for the most part, you don't really get that outcome. So in this situation here, I'm really just gonna dump the dog I probably shouldn't have done that. That's all right. I will summon this. I will activate this. Let's draw another card, and I will probably get rid of the snow to pull out probably the big guy from deck, just to have a copy of him. So let's get the... I'm really debating having another snow or just getting another Grapha, or getting Grapha, I mean. Let's just go with the snow so I can actually have a summon on board, set the crush card, and go from there. The other play I could have made was summon the dog, then tribute the dog to draw a card, and then summon the dark, or then be able to special summon the Darkest Diablos, but I wouldn't have the field spell online. That's the only difference here. So it's really just debated about how you want to look at that. There's two different plays that you could make. One of them, you got a bigger body on field. Another one, you kind of cycle through some more cards in your deck and thin it out a little bit. It's really just debatable. In this situation, probably should have stuck with the bigger body, but the punishment will actually clean some of this up for us. Most of the time with the punishment, you want to dump the Titaniclad to get Ecclesia on field, to then search another punishment, to put punishment on board and have Ecclesia on board, and then just kind of go from there. That's typically what I like to do. And then on the second punishment, dump another Titaniclad to get the second Ecclesia, to then get out another copy of punishment, and then just, if I have another, then from there, just punishment into the Pegasus to save the Pegasus for later. That's typically what I like to do. I don't think I'm going to win this. I don't tend to do well against Witchcrafter. I don't know why. I just don't understand the deck super well. But let's see if I can punch through enough of the deck. Really, this deck can be pretty good at interruptions, definitely tripping off some of your opponent's cards. For some of the crush card, for some of the deck virus effects. I know you don't get a token, they'll get a token, but that typically is okay as long as you're doing enough to get some of their stuff off field and emptying out their deck. Which they look to be playing a pile, unless Witchcrafters tend to play more than 40 cards. But they definitely had a 60-card deck to start with, which is interesting. Am I going to get hit with the Ghost Bell or Called By here? Oh. Skill Drain. That's not good. I don't have a whole lot when it comes down to destruction effects. The most that I have is the punishment for monsters and the big dark world for everything. Oh, see, I don't like this situation because I can't activate his effect. Because of this stupid thing. See, now I really do have myself in a pickle. Oh, wait. You know what? That works. Because the actual ignition effect to tribute goes off first, and then it gets negated. So you will actually always tribute first, and then it'll get negated. Which is fine by me. We have two bodies on the board and got rid of something. This is really good to getting out Diablos from deck. This is really the best thing for this deck, being able to search for Lair and it's a way to get out, either just draw in some situations, or if you need to get out Diablos from deck. Like, it really has got 3 sole functions that you can use at any really good point in time. So this is going to be quite an easy situation for me. You only play about 1, maybe 2 copies of this card. Their main usage is just to take out the tokens to do effects. And, like, because the tokens are so expendable, it's really just used for mainly that reason. Sometimes you can use Lilith in that situation as well. I have found some good reasons to use Lilith to start. Most of the time it's not necessary. And because I pop the token, which a lot of times is a good reason to pop the token on your opponent's turn with those effects, if then you get another 3k beater out on board. Really, you're not going to be summoning like so high in one turn in which you have to worry about like Nibiru or like Max C in some situations. Like, as you could see, somebody like get like Max Seed for like 1, maybe 2, but you don't really go into the extra deck a whole lot. It's really just a lot of main deck summoning and stuff like that. Just special summoning some cards from hand, a few from graveyard for the Dark Worlds, and that's really it. So there it is, guys. Just one quick little duel look at it. The deck isn't perfect by any means. The deck can be extremely bricky, and that actually happened to be one of the better case scenarios for this deck. Does it always work out that way? No. No, it really doesn't. I did get really lucky in this situation. Part of it was the deck I was going against, and part of it was the hand that I had. Are there really good hands? Yes, there are some hands that are really, really good. There are also some hands that are extremely bricky, and you can lose on them unless you draw like very specific cards. But either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed the deck. Do not rip me apart too much in the comments. It is meant for strict, fun, casual play. Very good for very early game stuff. If you're like just starting out the game, it's an expensive deck to build. I will admit it's a very expensive deck to build, but you can just replace some like the Graphas and stuff like that with just a couple of the other Dark World monsters and things like that. It's not a bad deck. If you open up enough packs that you need to open up, you can build it or get most of it done. Or at least be able to play each deck separately. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please comment down below. And like the video. And if there's another deck you'd like to try to have me build for a casual setup, please let me know. And I will try to do so myself. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a couple extra decks for you guys in the future. Peace.